Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the class. How are you all? I hope you people are good and safe at your home. Please be have vigilance towards your health. Please take care about your health because we got affected by the second wave of COVID-19. We should be very careful and we should have the precautionary measures. We should continue with the daily with the precautionary measures. It's all required now. The countries of European continents, they have declared the lockdown again, so it has become very dangerous than the first COVID-19 means first wave. So that reason, so India, in many places, many cities in India, they are also thought of having this lockdown. It may continue in the future. So it's all that confirms these all the countries on all this situation, all these decisions that confirmed it have confirmed that the second wave is very dangerous than the first one. So we should have a vigilance towards our health and be the communicator of your communicator of the alert among your family and the friends, and intimate about this COVID-19 second wave to about others, and ask them to wear a mask every time. It's very much required now because the second wave can spread through the wave means to the air. So that's what. Please take care of your health. Drink hot water. Think positively. Cultivate cheerfulness among you. Be happy and do hard work. Means you have got a most of time in your hand now nowadays. So make use of this time in learning process. So continue this and make use of this time in getting knowledge. So that's required and it will be useful for your future. So that's what it's about the health we discussed. Now let's come back to our discussion. The last class we started to discuss about the marginalization, the concept marginalization. I hope you understood about the concept marginalization. Means keeping some group of people or small minorities in away of a main group of a people. It's marginalizing and drawing a boundary in between the two group of people, and based on many other aspects, based on the poverty and their color, race, culture and languages, they are being separated. It's like a discriminated, it's like called as marginalization. So we made a boundary among the group of people. It's a marginalizing. So there in the first one we discussed about Adivasis. You know about the Adivasis. Adi is nothing but Adavi, Kadu, the forest. Adivasis. Vasis means inhabitants. The people who are inhabited in the forest called as Adivasis. In English it's called as tribals. So in India there are more than 500 groups of tribals are there in India. More than 500 groups of tribals. So then that means the 8% of a total population, around 9 crore, around more than 9 crores of people are Adivasis. Till now they are living in a forest and they are continued with their own culture and the habits, and they adore the god and goddesses different which we adore from the people who adore in the villages and the cities which they adore the god. It's different than the people of Adivasis. It's different, it's not. Here we discuss about that. Then the stereotype, I thought you understood, I think you understood about this stereotype meaning. Like it's nothing but giving some character or keeping everybody, one group of people in a one image. So it's about a stereotype, creating stereotype, like thinking negatively or considering every people as a one group. Suppose one people has did something and considering everybody has same mentality. So that's the wrong, the stereotype. It may be negatively. As I give example in the last class that if I say all Pakistan people are terrorists, it's a stereotype, is not. I'm having a stereotype, negative thought in my mind about the group of people who are staying in a Pakistan. Every people in the Pakistan are not terrorists. There are good peoples. More than most of the population in the Pakistan, they are good, is not. They are having humanity too, and they like India, most of them. So if I consider everybody are terrorists because some people they are terrorists, so it's called as stereotype. So that's what on Adivasis also we have a stereotype. Some Adivasi, if we see any people from the forest living, and if we say it is from Adivasi group of people, then we'll consider him as he is a backward people. You don't have any knowledge and you don't have any skill, is not. You'll be considering him as like a lower class people. So it's a stereotype thinking what we are having. Most of the people from the forest, they are well educated. They are well educated and they have skill and they have strength Is not. So we are not considering them as individually talented, but we are considering them as a group wise. So it's a stereotype what we have and the Adivasis. So let's go back, come back to our discussion, continuation of our discussion. That's what about Adivasis and development. So here, from an ancient period, from many years back, in many hundreds of years back, you have been making discriminations. The Adivasis are being separated based on many aspects. ಈ ಕಾಡು ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ಸುಮಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಪ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ತಿನ್ನೋ ಆಹಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡೋ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇವಿಲ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಫ್. So democracy, we have adopted the democratic form of government. Democracy is nothing but equality among everybody, is not. So before the law, everybody are equal according to the democracy in the constitution which is written in India. Is it not? But here, if you consider Adivasis also belong to India, but we don't have equal respect and equality among them as we are having in the outside. Then what kind of a democracy is this? Is not. So to bring up the successful democracy, to bring up equality among everybody, the constitution has mentioned a particular rights for the Adivasis and the particular provisions for Adivasis, and the particular development need to taken by the government for the making welfare of Adivasis. So this has been mentioned in the constitution. According to that, every government, it may be central government and state government, they are striving hard to bring up the Adivasis as equal as everybody in the citizen, in the country, as the citizens has. So that's what the next concept is about, the Adivasis and development. You know about the development, making improvement in anything, any aspect. It may be in the economically, agriculturally, then educationally, health improvement. So it's overall development, Adivasis and their developments. Here you might be knowing the earlier the Adivasis were in different costumes, is not. Adivasis were in different costumes and they were in a different look, is not. Here you can make a differentiation in between the Adivasis. So Adivasis was looking like this earlier. So now the Adivasis are changed to these things with modernization, because they got some ideas about modernization, and also they got idea about and also they got some equality among everybody through this constitution. So here this picture says the people are got information about a Samvidhan, and some people they are holding, they are having the modern gadgets, they are making use of modern gadgets. So here every Adivasi peoples, they are taught about the information which is written in the Samvidhan, whatever the law which is created in the Samvidhan, so which is written by Dr. B. Ambedkar under the leadership of Dr. B. Ambedkar. Like the forest play a crucial role in the development of all empires and settled civilization in India. You know, from ancient period, forest is a main factor which provided and which is been providing the important things for the humanization, for the human people, for the civilization. So civilization has got increased, and it has been increasing from an ancient period. It's not the new civilization we are getting, and we are stepping into the new civilization. So the causes for stepping into the new civilization, the reasons where we are, how we are getting a new civilization, is because of all the factors. And among all the factors, the forest is the main, another one. It's one of the important factor. Is not resources, technology, skill, and the forest, every resources. So it's all the factors which is made us to get into the new civilization. Is not. ಸೊ ಸಿವಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೊಸ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷವೂ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಡೆಕೇಡ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ದಶಕಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಹೊಸ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕಾರಣ? ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಯಿತು ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಜನಗಳ ಆಸೆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಅದೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಬೆಳೀತು, ಮತ್ತು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂತು. ಆ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಏರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳು, ಹೊಸದೊಂದು ಗೆಜೆಟ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂತು ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ನ್ಯೂ civilization, is not. In among that, the forest is the first one. From the ancient period, the first civilization which has begun from 2000 and more than that before ago 5000 12,000 ago, 12,000 years means 12,000 years ago the civilization has begun, isn't it, in India. Indus civilization, ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ, ಮಾನವ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇಂಡಸ್ ಸಿವಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ. ಈ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ ಸಿವಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್, ಹಿಂದೂ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ, ಸಿಂಧೂ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿಗನ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ದ ಏನ್ಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ದೇ ವರ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. They were leading their life by making use of forest product. It may be vegetables, fruits, and the nuts. They were all getting from the forest, and for the construction of their settlements, houses, they were getting the product from the forest. They were getting a rainfall, the huge rainfall, because of the high trees. So that was the main reason which they got into the step into the new civilization from there. So apart from that, now in the nowadays in the modernization, we have been getting the uses of forest. There are many abundant uses we have been getting. It's not. The first one is that we are getting oxygen. It's very much required for the human beings, not only for the human beings, for the every living creations on the earth. There is a required of oxygen and carbon dioxide and other type of airs are required. Is not. Here the human beings definitely they need the oxygen. This oxygen will be provided and released by the trees, means the forest. Forest that required carbon dioxide, it will be released by the humans. So we are closely linked and related with each other. Without a forest, human being cannot live. Without the human, forest nothing used. So that's a thing. The forest is very much useful for us. And metal, ores, iron, copper, gold, silver, you have been getting from this forest, is not. So not only the forest, these all the things are very much important. And how you will get this metal, ore, iron, copper, gold, silver from the forest? So these all the minerals will get existed in the beneath of earth's surface by mixing of organic, inorganic and different types of chemicals. So this all came from this dead particles or dead trees. So it's not. Then invaluable timber, then we have been making use of these woods for cooking and also for the construction of buildings and many other infrastructures. We have been making use of that, is not. Then the medicine herbs from the ancient period. The leaves of a trees are being used for the preparation of a medicine from the ancient period. We have been making use of that. Till now, we have been making use of that leaves. ಮರಗಿಡಗಳ ಎಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ನಾವು ಔಷಧಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಬೇರುಗಳು ಎಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಔಷಧಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮೊದಲು. ಇವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆಯುರ್ವೇದಿಕ್ ಔಷಧಿಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಈ ಮರಗಿಡಗಳಿಂದ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ medicals, herbs. Then animal product like wax, lac and the honey, the animal products, the fodder crops like what do you call the fodder crops which you grow in the pasture. So it will be getting in the forest. The animals can get its food through the forest, and also we can also, or we are getting fruits and the other important things from the forest, is not. Then animals, for the wild animals, forest is a better place for the settlement, is not. It providing settlement for the animals. The forests have been providing settlements for the animals from the many years back. So Adivasis had deep knowledge of a forest. They had a deep, now also they have a deep knowledge of the forest because they born there, they brought up in the forest, and they continued their life along with the forest, and they have a good knowledge of the forest, and they have a very good knowledge about the leaves which can be made use for the preparation of medicines. They have a good knowledge. Then often empires heavily depended on Adivasis for the crucial actions for the forest resource. So not only Adivasis, in the earlier when the monarchy has begun, means the Raja was ruling the country, means the territory or the kingdom. From there The forest have been providing uses for the many people. Means the rulers, kings, they were getting help from the Adivasis. They were getting help from the tribals. Why? Tribals, they knew about the medicines. At that time, the modernization has not begun. They didn't invented any medicines, chemical or any other medicines. Is it not? The only one way to cure their diseases was Ayurvedic medicines. It was known by the Adivasis. So the kings, the rulers, royal family, they totally depended on that Adivasis, and that Adivasis, they were providing the resources, forest resources, medicines. Not only for the medicines, they were providing the forest for the construction of many important buildings, and also for the weapons. The forest resources are being provided. In today's world, Adivasis are considered marginal and powerless community. But in this today's world, from ancient period, from the many years back, we are taking help, and we were getting help from the Adivasis. Even the Rajas, royal families, they were connected with the Adivasis. That means they were getting help from them. They were doing a lot of help for the other people, Adivasis. But now in this today's world, only because we got increase in the modernization, we made them as a marginalized group. We put them in a separate group by marginalizing them. Is it not? Only because we improved our lifestyle, they are not. They are not improved their lifestyle because they are dependent on the the forest, and they adore the forest, and they are leading their life. It's their own culture. They are following their own culture. Only because we improved our lifestyle, we are marginalized them. We are marginalized, and we have kept them away. It's a thing. It's a discrimination evils what we are having in our society. The pre-colonial world, they were traditionally ranked hunter-gatherers and nomads, and they lived by shifting agriculture and cultivated at one place. Pre-colonial world ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪ್ರೀ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್, ಮೊದಲೇ, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ದೇಶನ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದ ಒಂದು ಜನಗಳು ಬಂದು ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಮುದೋಳು ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಮುದೋಳ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ರಾಜು ಅಥವಾ ಮನೆತ ಯಾರೋ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದರೆ ಇದು ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದದ್ದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದವರು, ಅವರು ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಗ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ, ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀ ಕೊಲೋನಿಯಲ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ ನಾವು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಇದ್ದರು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಇದ್ವಿ, ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲೇ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಸ್ಟು, ಜೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಧರ್ಮದ ಜನಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ವೆರ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲಿ range hunter-gatherers. They were hunters and gatherers and nomads, and they lived by shifting agriculture and cultivated at one place. Before the Britishers they came into India, the most of the peoples in India, they were nomads. They were like Adivasis, but the most of them were not living in a forest, but they were following the activities which was followed by the Adivasis. ಕಾಡು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಏನು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಜನಗಳು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ ಏನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? ಹಂಟರ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ವಿ. ಹಂಟರ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಲ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಬೇಟೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಲ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳು ಭಾರತೀಯರಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾದರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ಹಣ್ಣು ಹಂಪಲುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಒಟ್ಟು ಕೂಡಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರರ್ಸ್. ನೊಮ್ಯಾಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ನೊಮ್ಯಾಡ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಲೀವ್ ಬೈ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ. ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್. Once if they got a yield from the field, they used to shift that because to get a more fertility. So that was the condition before the Britishers they came to India. Then afterwards, they are settled in one place for the cultivation of the agriculture field. The shifting agriculture got finished, and they are settled in one places, and permanently they fixed their agriculture field to grow the crop. Then afterwards, the Britishers they came and totally they changed the life of other people. Then Adivasis they didn't change. Britishers they have changed the life of the other people, the Indians, by their own rule, the colonial rule. But the Adivasis they didn't accept because their culture is very stronger than ours. Because they believe in their forest. So that was they remained as Adivasis. For the past 200 years, Adivasis have been forced through the economic changes, forest policies, and the political force applied by the state to migrate as workers in the plantation industries and as domestic workers. When the Britishers they came to India, most of the Indians lifestyle got changed because they ruled, and also the life of tribals also got changed. Adivasis life, they didn't accept the change in the lifestyle, but they were forced by the British rulers to work as a laborers in agriculture activity and their plantation and also in the industrial activity. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಬಂದರು ಆವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗರ್. ಅವರು ಏನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ದೇವರು ಏನು ನಂಬ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ವೆರಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ನ. ಅವ್ರು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅವ್ರ ಲೈಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಆದಿವಾಸೀಸ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮರಗಿಡನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಗಳು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮರಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಆದಿವಾಸೀಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲಿ ಮೇಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಬೇಕೋ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ವೆನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಕೇಮ್, ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಟೀ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು, ಕಾಫಿ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು 100 ಎಕರೆದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು, ಅದು ಕಾಫಿ ಟೀ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಕಾಫಿ, ಟೀ, ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಇದು ಆ ಥರ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಷನ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ಟೀ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದನ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲೇಬರ್ ಬೇಕು, ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪಿ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಜನ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಾರರು ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಕೆಲಸಗಾರರನ್ನ ಈ ಆದಿವಾಸಿಗಳಿಂದ ತಗೋತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಆದಿವಾಸಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸಗಾರನಾಗಿ ತಗೋತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು when the Britishers they came to India, the industrialization has begun. The industry got begun. So for the industry process, for the completion of industry process, there is required of a laborers. Adivasis were being used as labor there. Forcefully they were made to work in the industrial works. So from there they are kept in another group. They are called as laborers. They are only workers. Forest lands have been cleared for the timber and to get a land for agriculture and the industries. Many forests being chopped. They were forcibly made to leave the places. ಆದಿವಾಸೀಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಧಮಕಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಜಾಗ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್. Huge tracts of lands have gone under the water of hundreds of dams that have been built in the independent India. Many dams had been constructed in across of river for storing a water for the agriculture activity and the industrial activity. ಆವಾಗ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗಳು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು. ಆವಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಅ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್, ದ ಬಿಗ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಟು chop the trees, the forest. So their forest the Adivasis were living. Adivasis were forcefully made to flee from there. The dams have been constructed over there for the use of to store the water for the use of industries and agriculture. Losing their lands and the access to the forest means that tribals lose their main source of livelihood, and Adivasis have migrated to the cities in search of works. Many Adivasis, they have lost their livelihoods. Many of them, they have gone for the cities for the search of jobs because they have lost their livelihood. They were getting daily uses from the forest. It may be honey, other fruits or anything they were getting from the forest. Now forest been cleared. They need to go for the work. Means they are searching in the cities now. They got caught in the cycles of poverty and the deprivations. Almost 45% of a tribal group in the rural area and 35 group in the urban area lives below the poverty line. So this all the poverty has been created because of this colonial rule. So when they are the forest got disturbed, then they have started to move from one place to another places in search of food. Even when they go for the cities, they troubled because of not getting opportunity there. As a result, many tribal children are malnutrition and also literacy rate is also very low among tribal. So because of this, they are not getting the very good Ayurvedic medicines because forests have been cleared. They are not getting the vegetables now. So the children of tribals are not getting a good food in the early age. Now they are not ready to get into the education because their health is not good. So the literacy rate is came down in the India. When Adivasis are displaced from their land, they lose much more than the source of income. They lost their tradition and the customs. So because of all these activities, they lost their traditions, their customs. It has been all lost. The development, it has such the very negative development has took place in their activity, in their life. The negative development has took place in the Adivasis. But in the modernized, when the Samvidhana, when the constitution is created, when the constitution is framed in India, from there, according to the rules and the law which is created in the constitution, the life of Adivasis is got increased by making development in there. The state government, central government, they have concentrated on the development of Adivasis and Adivasis lifestyle. So they have started to provide some help by giving some education and like the reservation in the education field. The Adivasis got a reservation for their children in the education field, free education they got. So they got some development over there. And whatever the things we are getting like rations, it may be about the rice and many other things we are getting. So this also given to the tribals. And tribals are having some reservation in the jobs. So that was because of all these things. Now the tribals gradually they are getting development in their life. That's what we discuss in this concept. I hope you understood about this. Thank you. Have a nice day.